The conventional construction method of using form and shores in correspondence to the thickness of the concrete slab requires an excessive amount of materials and labor, which increases overall material and labor costs. By using hody beams, you can achieve clean and safer construction with three benefits: cutting down costs, reducing the construction period, and improving stability. The hody beam is a new construction method that doesn't require supporting posts. It offers better functionality with a bracket-integrated truss. A hody beam consists of three components: a main beam, a side beam, and a wedge pin. Hody beams provide the highest advantage in the construction of buildings with tall floor heights and long spans between beams. Compared to conventional construction methods, using hody beams can cut down material costs by up to 38% and reduce the weight of the forms by up to 57%. A conventional construction method requires adjusting the length of the support beam, installing sleepers and joists, and then installing horizontal connectors to both sides of the support beams at 2-meter intervals. The narrow gap between the support beam and horizontal connectors makes it inconvenient for workers to move around freely or to inspect the installation. In hody beam installation, however, you can complete this process by just checking the level of the beam forms and putting on the hody beams. During this step, the height of the beam must be lower than the thickness of the hody beams. Now, let's take a look at how hody beams are installed. Once the hody beams are delivered to the construction site, their lengths are adjusted securely according to the blueprint using wedge pins. Then the materials are loaded and lifted to the top of the building. The materials, which were adjusted to the necessary span and lifted, are put into position at approximately 360 mm intervals by two-man teams. Then, rectangular lumber for fixing the hody beams in their positions is inserted between the plywood. Lastly, once the plywood is fixed and reinforced steel bars are installed, concrete can be poured. When we take a look at construction sites where Dei hody beams are used, we see it is an optimal construction method for cutting down material costs and construction period in buildings that have large areas, such as a general hospital. When used in a large stadium construction, it allows fewer men to work quickly, cutting down raw costs. And when used in other types of buildings, it is safer and uses less material, which helps reduce environmental issues such as noise and waste. When dismantling hody beams, it is easy to remove them in the order of shores and beam forms, then hody beams and plywood. Using a BT or a moving car makes the dismantling process even easier. In rigid frame structures, installing vertical members first improves the stability of the slab formwork against horizontal forces. Generally, slow installation and the dismantling process are the weaknesses in installing and dismantling system shores in underground or above-ground construction. There are various safety hazards involved with working in high places. However, installing hody beams on the slab is safer because the system support under the beam is supporting the slab. Most apartment buildings have a floor height of between 6 to 8 meters. When using conventional construction methods, system shores or V6 pipe supports are used, which has a disadvantage of complicated assembly and dismantling. On the other hand, hody beams can easily be installed on top of Euro forms or aluminum forms. They are not only faster to install and inspect, but also convenient for workers to move around because you don't need shores on lower parts. Hody beams can be installed on all types of structures, including reinforced concrete structures, steel-framed reinforced concrete structures, and steel structures. And they can be applied to every type of construction site. Hody beams also offer outstanding safety and economic efficiency in bridge construction. Hody beams are used in various construction sites, ranging from metal bridges, pre-stressed concrete beams, and composite beams. When working in high places, hody beams improve workers' convenience and safety with a simple accessory. And they also contribute to improving the construction process and economic efficiency for the contractor.
皆さん、こんにちは。私はホリー株式会社の森田と申します。この開発目的は、サポートからホリービームということで、ホリービームはですね、非常に生産性が上がるということです。実に生産性が3倍から5倍上がっております。これは、 安全性が非常に高く評価されております。日本ではスーパーゼネコン、鹿島、大成、大林、清水等の、現場でたくさん使われてですね、片涌大産の生産性等皆さんに貢献している状況でございます。ぜひ韓国でも、使っていただければありがたいと思います。
Hori beams can be applied in every type of construction site, but unlike conventional materials, they are systemized, and applying them requires a blueprint and structural engineering. The following are some characteristics of systemized material that you should keep in mind during installation. First, the Hori beams must be managed according to the specifications marked on the blueprint. The load placed on top of Hori beams must not exceed 600 kilograms per square meter. When necessary, beam forms should be used. Also, horizontal braces and beam forms tying must be performed appropriately.
호리빔 공법은 트러스 형태의 수평 부재를 거푸집의 지지 부재로 사용하는 넌스포트 공법으로 거푸집의 경량화는 물론 작업성이 향상되어 공기를 획기적으로 절감할 수 있는 공법입니다. 검토 결과 트러스 구조인 호리빔은 상현재가 압축을, 하현재가 인장을 받도록 설계되어 작은 부재로 스포트 없이 장스팬을 지지할 수 있도록 만들어져 있습니다. 구조 설계를 통하여 시공 중 발생할 수 있는 다양한 하중에 대해 응용 및 좌골에도 안전하도록 설계 제작되었습니다. 또한 호리빔을 이용한 거푸집 공사는 표준 도면에서 제시하는 보거푸집, 동바리 자재의 품질과 설치 간격의 준수만으로도 공사의 안전성이 확보되도록 되어 있습니다. 호리빔 공법을 적용하면 품질과 안전 확보는 물론 공기 단축 및 경제성을 함께 실현하실 수 있을 것입니다.
Daeyi Hori Beam specializes in Hori beams, and we possess the widest range of Hori beams in Korea and overseas. With strict quality control, we take pride in our zero-defect quality. Based on our experience accumulated through years in Hori beam construction sites and our customer satisfaction mindset, everyone at Daeyi Hori Beam is dedicated to providing the highest quality, timely delivery, and affordable costs to our customers. Thank you.